Well, good morning. It's about 6:20. I've been awake for about an hour, but I'm still kind of trying to wake up. I was awake quite a bit throughout the night. You know, first time you sleep in a new place, it's hard to sleep. It doesn't feel too cold. It's supposed to be raining today as I go up to the top. But the sign says only 2 hours to the top. And then from what the map looks like, about maybe another hour, an hour and a half to the hut where I'm spending. So actually kind of a short day today. But that'll be nice because yesterday really took it out. I probably could have broken up yesterday. I still got to get my legs in shape for this kind of stuff. But yes, I'm not going to be in a huge rush this morning to get away. Probably get up in another 5-10 minutes and start making some breakfast and leisurely get out of here. If I'm out of here by about 8:30 or so, I'll be happy with that. Usually I try to get out about 7:30. But yeah, we'll see what today holds. All right, well, here we go. We're starting off. It is just before 8 o'clock and it's just starting to spit. I'm supposed to get some rain today. I got my rain jacket close by so I can get it out if I need to, but we'll go as far as we can before I have to put that on because it'll get kind of hot. And that's the sign. Basically, I got 2 hours to get to the top, and that's what I get to face already. All right, see you later. So I just stopped, switched out my outer shirt for a raincoat. Starting to rain, and sure enough, as soon as I put it on, it stopped raining. But I'll just leave it on now because it's supposed to be raining off and on all day long. So on we go. I just stopped again and changed out again. Took off that little green undershirt. Put on the outer shirt. It was like that raincoat was like a sauna, and it's not raining, and it's not windy, and I'm sweating up a storm, so I need to cool off a little bit. You can see that's kind of where I'm headed up to for the next part. But yeah, I just couldn't. There's no way I was going to keep enough water in me for everything I was sweating off. So I'm coming up here. Just happened to look to my right. And see that? That's the hut I started at about a half an hour ago. Just thought I'd show you what I'm seeing. And I'm not even anywhere near the top. Just amazing. Such a small country, but such a vast place as well. This isn't really a hard climb. If you've ever done Sunrise Hut, about the same kind of grade. The path isn't as in good a shape as Sunrise Hut, but it's the same kind of grade. It's just a steady uphill. Nothing like what I had yesterday. A couple interesting things. First of all, I'm at 1,220 meters, so just about 500 left to go. Second of all, I'm in the clouds now. And third of all, for my wife, look at that. Woohoo! Well, this is something kind of interesting. Right up along that little ridge on up. I think just over that hill should be the hut. Okay, so you know that comment I made about coming up here is no steeper than Sunrise Hut? Yeah, forget that. Yeah, it gets pretty steep part way up. On the good side of it though, I am at 1,450 meters. So what's that, about 200-300 left? And yeah, whoever made that sign for the hut being an hour is stupid. Well, Plus, I'm going really slow. My legs are still shot from yesterday. But I've been going an hour and a half, no hut yet. On another plus side, it was supposed to be raining today and cold and windy. It's a little chilly, a little breezy, but you can look at the sky. I mean, I've actually got some sun on me right now. So yeah, I just keep plugging along, not in any hurry. I'll make it when I make it. And there it is, the Domini Bivy. Looks like I can get some water there. Use the toilet. Take a little bit of rest. Whew. Well, I'm sitting up here in this little bivy. I think I showed you this already. It's pretty small, just 2 beds, little counter area, but nice and out of the wind. And I'm getting ready to have some more noodles. And yeah, that last half hour, 45 minutes, was really tough. Kind of going up scree, sideways, straight up, make your own path. But like I said, I'm only about a little over 200 meters in elevation away from the top. And so I don't know when that'll come. It's only 10 o'clock now, so again, I'm not really worried about time. Just kind of enjoying it, learning a little bit about myself, about my legs, about strategy of just continue moving on. But man, this is absolutely a beautiful day though. It's gotten a little cold. It's about 12 degrees Celsius outside now, a little bit windy, but the sun is out, so it kind of heats me up. So yeah, this has been quite a fun trip. Yeah, it has been. But yeah, so we'll keep on moving a little bit. Okay, time to get going. Got to walk back through that snow, did some post holding in there, and then back up around behind me to continue the journey. All right, I'm right at 1,600 meters. Should be just about 120 some left to go up. Look at that view, eh? Oh. And that's where I'm headed. What a stunning, stunning day. I think that's it. That's his first mound. The little tiny mound in the distance. That's the cairn. That's my tramping club's cairn. I'll be there shortly. Well, I made it. Whew, what a trip. So I'm sitting here at the cairn that our tramping club put up. These were fellows that died in World War II. And this cairn is here to commemorate them. Part of the club came up here earlier this year and did these cages. I don't know if you can see those that well. There we go. Just to kind of make it look a little nicer, keep it looking good. They did a great job. This is an amazing spot here. I'll flip this camera around so you can see what I'm seeing. Alright, so here I'm going to step out into the wind, and you're probably going to hear a lot of wind noise because the wind is coming from behind me. But you got to see what's on the other side of this cairn. One more panorama. I'll get another one up there in just a moment. is Hawks Bay. So Hastings must be right around in there somewhere. And I've looked up at this point from Hastings, and now here I am. That is so cool. Next day or so, next 2 days. Man, what a trip. Have a look at that. My watch just told me that I've reached my step goal for today. My first thought was, well shoot, there's a lot easier ways to get that step goal than doing this. I'm not sure why we had to go up when we were doing such a good job of coming down. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So the end of the day, I gotta walk down this ravine into those trees. There's a hut down there somewhere. And then it looks like I gotta walk through a river and then go back over that way tomorrow. I know you can't tell the steepness coming down that way, but it was pretty steep. But then it leads to this. This is so cool. Alright, so this is where I'm staying tonight. It is raining, so I picked the right time. By river, there's my water source. Toilet up the hill. There is a fireplace. So it's only 1 o'clock, but I'm done. I'm done, and then tomorrow I gotta go back up there. So I'm just going to enjoy a nice relaxing afternoon. Show you the inside of this hut. Studholme saddle hut. It's a little bit nice. Nice window, 2 bunk beds, fireplace, table, some good logs over there. So yeah, this will be a nice place to rest today. Let's take a look at what I've done so far and what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Where my finger is where the car is parked. And then went down that steep part across the river where there's a bridge. Around here, then up that climb, and then to Macintosh Hut. And that's the place I had that first snack. And then came around, and then this was that really steep decline and incline. You can see how close those lines are together. Really steep. That was brutal. That really took it out of me going up. Coming down, I lost the trail quite a bit. That was a lot of blowdown. Yeah, that was not a fun part right there. And that's where I had to cross the river there too. And then once I got to the top, then it was relatively flat. Again, in here, there's a lot of blowdown, so I had to kind of make up my own path. And then I got here. Then found the road and went down to the Makuhu Saddle Hut, and that's where I spent last night. Then this morning, up it's called the Trials. Yeah, at first I thought, this is no big deal. But about in here, it gets brutal. And it's just really steep. It was supposed to only take me an hour from here to here. It took me about an hour and 45 minutes. My legs were just toast from yesterday. I stopped there, had a little snack, and then continued on up. This again was pretty steep, but it was short. It was only a couple hundred meters. And then I got to the Kaweka J, and that's, that was the goal for me. It was a wonderful spot. I'm glad I was able to do that. And then followed this pole trail. This was really easy, really fun, kind of windy, but great. And then here I had a choice. I'd always planned to come here to Studholme Saddle Hut, but when I got here and saw how steep this was going down, I thought, maybe I'll just continue around and then, but that's just too far. That's a long ways back. So I climbed down, and it was raining by the time I got here anyway, so it was time to stop. Tomorrow, it looks like there's a little path that goes alongside the river, but at some point I'm going to have to cross it. Then I have to climb this. Again, it doesn't look that bad, but man, when I'm looking at it out the window, it's pretty steep. And I get the top, and then from there, I'll take this road down this way, and not this one. I'm gonna make this turn here at the Cook's Basin, and then come down here. Now, one of the plans was for me then at this point to go back up over here and then spend the night there and then come out the next day, but I'm done. So I'm going to come down this road, down this trail, and I've been on this part. This is really nice. And then come out to the road here, and then just road walk. It's shingle, but road walk back to the car. It's about 4 kilometers, I think. So I'll be done tomorrow afternoon, and yeah, what a great trip this has been, though. Yeah, there's nothing like a fire to warm the soul, eh? Yeah, I mean, it's a little smoky, but nothing bad. So yeah, it's a pretty smoky fire. But it's all right. Get that nice woodsy smell. Woo! That is a smoky fire. My eyes are stinging now. You can see a lot of smoke's going out. But wow, a lot of smoke is staying in here. So I think I'm going to have to let this fire go and just layer up. Well, I certainly can't sit in here. My eyes are stinging. While I let that fire die out and the smoke die down, I'll show you where you get water here. This is pretty cool. Pull it right out of the stream. Then I have a filter just to make certain I don't get any kind of diseases, but that's more than likely snow melt. And it's cold water too, let me tell you. I've just been doing some reflecting on what I've learned on this trip. Couple of things that have really stood out to me is there are many times yesterday and even today where I'm going uphill and I can see where the orange triangle is or the post is, but I can't tell where the path is going to go after that. And it looks like it's just going into a dead end. And I'd stand there and say, yeah, if I get to that, but where does that go? And I would just have to say, well, let's go to where that marker is, and then we'll figure it out from there. Most of the time, when I got to that spot, it was really clear after that which direction I needed to go. There might have been a hidden path that I couldn't see from my vantage point, or I could see maybe the next post that I needed to follow. And I thought that's a great metaphor for life, isn't it? That there's so many times we're walking through life and we just don't know where to go next. We kind of feel like we're lost somewhere. And I say a lot when I'm counseling people is just find out what you do next and just do the next thing. And then when you're finished doing the next thing, usually the next thing after that will become a whole lot more clear. Another thing that's really kind of hit me today is, look, going uphill just sucks. I mean, it's just not fun. There's a phrase among backpackers, they say, embrace the suck. That was a little bit hard to do, but there's another phrase that I really like is never quit on an uphill or a bad day. And there were times today when I was walking that I'm like, why am I doing this? No one's forcing me to do this. And so I just kept putting one foot in front of another, one foot in front of the other until I reached that top. And that was an amazing experience. I mean, the euphoria that I felt of not just getting to the goal, but knowing that I had conquered that climb. It had tried to beat me down and it didn't.
you know, that's a great thing to remember. Again, another metaphor for life. How many times are we walking through life and we're just doing the hard slog? We know we've got to make some changes. We're trying to do some things, and it's just hard and maybe even painful. But if we will embrace the suck and never quit on an uphill or a bad day and keep putting one foot in front of the other, we will eventually get to the top. So again, this trip has been really good for me in that way. I'm just kind of, you know, looking at my journey in the Kawekas and comparing it to my journey in life as well. And hopefully maybe that'll give you some things to think about as well.